Hello everyone! Today we are going to be going over the Thanksgiving unit study from Gather Round. I thought that this would be a wonderful unit study to work into our homeschool the whole month of November, just to teach the kids what the holiday is all about and the history of it, and maybe do some fun activities. Now I will start with, we do not use Gather Round as like our primary curriculum, so I will be making some changes to this. As we go along, I'll discuss those changes, and if you catch my video in a week or two, I will be sharing all of the additional Thanksgiving books that we are going to be using in my morning basket video. So make sure that if you want to check that out, you hit that little subscribe button and the little bell that's next to it so you get notified when I post that video. And I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around, walk you through so you can see all of the beautiful pages and what all you get in this unit study. Alright you guys, so this is the teacher's guide to the Thanksgiving unit study. Now if you want to print just the teacher's guide, it is $20 for the digital copy. For the family bundle, I believe it is $39.95, unless that was the sale price when I bought it. And then there is a hard copy and digital family bundle that you can get for $110, and it allows you to choose up to 6 student workbooks, which might be a really great option if you want to do it for this year and then anticipate your kids for next year and what grades they'd be in. So I thought that that was really cool. Now in the beginning, it does give you Thanksgiving at a glance. You can write down any events that you're going to be attending, what your family traditions are, a to-do list, movies you want to watch, books you want to read, and then just some extra blank spaces for anything else that you might want to add. And it has this beautiful like fall decorations. It's really pretty. Here is a guest list for anyone that you're gonna want to invite, and then it gives you a menu section where you can put drinks, main courses, side dishes, and desserts. And then here is a planner where you can assign different people on different days and then the things to do. I really like how it also adds, you know, the Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving, because, you know, if you're going to go out shopping or if you're going to plan for leftovers, but maybe you don't want to eat like actual leftovers, you want to turn it into something, and then you can assign that to one of your kids and then assign what exactly it is that they're going to do. So I thought that that was really fun. Or if you have any like pre-Christmas, after Thanksgiving traditions, then that would be a really great spot to add that. Next is the recitation, so it gives you Psalm 100, verse 1 through 5. All right, I moved it up a little higher just so it'd be easier for you guys to see. So this is a 4-week unit study, and the first lesson goes over the bigger picture. The second lesson goes over Canadian Thanksgiving. The third lesson goes over United States Thanksgiving, and the lesson number 4 goes over what's it all about. And then you have an appendix, thankful cards, tree cutouts, and recipes, as well as movie discussion guides. Now, the bigger picture is really nice. It introduces Thanksgiving, and then it goes over different countries and how they celebrate either holidays of gratitude or their harvest festivals. And then it usually ends with what does the Bible say, and then a hands-on activity, which is really nice. And then this is the lesson that your children will do. So it goes over some language arts and geography, and then some Bible and social studies. So it goes over a lot. Now, like I said, this isn't our main curriculum, so most likely I'm going to just read this, but skip this. We might talk about some of the questions and things like that from the student workbooks, but for the most part, I'm just using this as more of like, you know, literature to teach my children about Thanksgiving. Now, this is lesson number 2. It goes over Canadian Thanksgiving. It has some geography with the maps. It goes over some Canadian traditions for Thanksgiving. It has some quick facts about what they may eat, which is very similar to what we have in America. It goes over the difference between yams and sweet potatoes and things to think about, such as like why you get so tired after you have a big turkey dinner. And then there's another hands-on activity encouraging your children to eat Brussels sprouts. And then here is the lesson that you'll do afterwards that pairs with the student notebooks. Here is lesson number 3. It goes over, like I said, United States Thanksgiving, when it all started, how it started, the Pilgrims, and then the Native Americans. It has a confused holiday. It goes over the Great Depression and when President Franklin Roosevelt had changed the day of Thanksgiving, some fun facts, and then the Macy's Day Thanksgiving Parade. And just like the Canadian one, there are some quick facts about American Thanksgiving traditions. There's a hands-on activity, and then the lesson plan for that day. Here is the 4th one for What's It All About? So this one goes over some more countries and how they celebrate their harvest festivals or holidays that are basically centered around being thankful. It talks about the power of gratitude, what does the Bible say, and then how Thanksgiving has changed over the years. Now that we're done with lesson 4, we are moving on to the recipe cards in the back, and these are actual recipe cards. Like, you can laminate this and then just stick it in a recipe folder, and this is what the other side would look like. I thought that these were really, really cute. So you'll get recipes for cranberry sauce, some drink recipes, so gather round gingerberry, pineapple orange drink, a taste of fall drink, a maple pecan drink, a cinnamon roll drink. And then here are some recipes for pie crusts. So there's a pie crust and then a pumpkin pie recipe. There is one for apple pie. And then this is what I really, really, really love about this unit study, you guys. Usually I never see anything that mentions anything about gluten and dairy free. And for those of us with food allergies, this is such a thoughtful thing to put into a unit study for those kids and those families who do have these type of allergies. So I was really impressed to see this, and I'm really excited to try this out and just see how it fares. But I thought that was a really nice touch. They also have a recipe for a gluten-free, dairy-free apple pie, and then a dairy and gluten-free pumpkin pie. And now we are at the back of the book with the appendix, and this is actually a spot where you can create a thankful jar. If you guys were with me at all last year, you saw that we had a thankful jar, and that actually went over so well with the kids. We had this little jar out on the kitchen table the whole month of November, and anytime they were thankful for something, they went and wrote it down and they placed it in the jar. And then on Thanksgiving Day, we pulled out all of the papers and we just sat around the table reading what everyone was thankful for, and it was really sweet, and I really love that. We're gonna do it again this year. But they have some leaves that you can cut out, or your children can cut out, and then you can write the things that you're thankful for on them. And then they also have just regular cards that says Happy Thanksgiving or I'm thankful for you. And then you can also write the things that you're thankful for, or just give these as cards to family members during your dinner. And then this is what I thought was also really fun. So they have movie guide discussions, and this one is for Miracle on 34th Street. And you can stop at all of these timestamps, and then these are the questions that you can ask during those times. And then this one is for A Charlie Brown Thanksgiving, and the same thing with the timestamps and the questions. So I thought that this would be a really fun activity to do on Thanksgiving Day, or maybe even the day after, and just help you to connect as a family. So I'm going to flip around the camera now. All right, you guys, so that is the end of the Thanksgiving flip through from Gather Round. The only downside is I know some people have voiced that they do not like the fact that it is only 4 lessons long. I personally like that, but again, I don't use their curriculum for like our whole curriculum. So 4 lessons is actually perfect for us, because we can do that the whole week of Thanksgiving. We can do 1 lesson a week leading up to Thanksgiving. You can kind of do it like every other day. However you want. So I feel like because there's less, there's a lot more flexibility, and I really personally like that. Now, you know, with that being said, I do feel like because it was only 4 lessons, it could have been cheaper than some of their traditional studies. But again, I printed this, I downloaded it digitally, and so I have it for years to come. So for me, it's an investment. I really like the fact that I can use it over and over every year or every other year and things like that. So with all of that said, are you going to be using a Thanksgiving unit study? Did you like this one? If you're using something different, let me know down below. I would love to hear what you're using. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, hit that red subscribe button, and I'll see you again later. Bye.